That's why all the time, at least 17 times a day, a Muslim seeks guidance from Allah the Almighty to put him on the right path. In Surah Al-Fatiha, in the first chapter of the Quran, we read it in every rak'ah. At least 17 times each and every Muslim recites the first chapter of the Quran. And ayah number 6, Surah Al-Fatiha consists of just 7 verses. Ayah number 6, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Allah commanded us to seek His straight path. Oh Allah, guide us to the right path. What does it mean? Does it mean that we are not on the right path as Muslims? We are on the wrong path? No. We are on the right path, committing to the Quran that Allah sent, committing to the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, whom Allah sent to us. But we all the time ask Allah the Almighty to guide us to the straight path, to keep us steadfast on the right path. That's why we have to be constantly asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this steadfastness, to be on the right path. And if we review the Quran from cover to cover, we can easily realize that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the way which leads to His pleasure, His Jannah, His paradise, Allah the Almighty mentions that in a singular form, that just it's one way. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the wrong ways, Allah mentions the ways in plural. It means many wrong ways. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in chapter number 6, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا. And this is my way, perfectly straight, so follow it. وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا فَاتَّبِعُوهُ. So follow it. This is the perfect straight path. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا السُّبُلَ فَتَفَرَّقَ بِكُمْ عَنْ سَبِيلِهِ. And do not follow the other ways. Allah did not say the other way. He mentioned that in plural form, which means that the ways of shaitan, the ways of devils are so many, but the way of Allah is just one. That's why Allah says, اهدنا الصراط, guide us to the straight path, not to the straight paths or straight ways, because the way of Allah is just one. And we have to be on that way, on that course. The only way which leads to paradise, the only way which leads to the pleasure of Allah. But the ways of shaitan are so many, Not only that, but moreover, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the ways when it comes to the plural and singular, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Allahu waliyyu alladhina amanu. In chapter number 2, Allah says, Allahu waliyyu alladhina amanu. Allah is the guardian and protector of the believers. يُخْرِجُهُمْ مِنَ الظُّلُمَاتِ. Allah takes them out from the darknesses. Also in plural. Allah does not say, Allah takes the believers from the darkness. Rather, He says from the darknesses. Because also the darknesses of shaitan are so many. But He says, يُخْرِجُهُمْ مِنَ الظُّلُمَاتِ إِلَى النُّورِ. Allah takes the believers from the darknesses into light. And He mentions light in a singular form. He does not say into lights, different way of lights, the same concept.